10 shocking UK geography facts that will change how you see Britain. Britain is small compared to many countries, yet its geography packs in more surprises than most people ever imagine. Beyond the postcard castles, green valleys and seaside cliffs lies a land shaped by ancient forces, quirks of history and natural oddities. From hidden deserts to mountains older than the Himalayas, the geography of the United Kingdom is full of jaw-dropping details that will change the way you look at the country. These 10 shocking UK geography facts will truly open your eyes to Britain in a whole new way. 10. London is further north than you think. When people picture London, they think of a cosmopolitan city with relatively mild weather compared to many northern regions. But here's a surprising UK geography fact. London actually sits further north than parts of Canada. At around 51.5 degrees north, London is on roughly the same latitude as Calgary in Alberta. The difference? While Calgary often freezes under snow and icy winters, London benefits from the warm currents of the Gulf Stream, which soften Britain's climate. This shocking detail highlights the strange quirks of Britain's geography. On the map, London's latitude aligns with places you'd expect to be far colder. Yet, because of the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf Stream, Britain experiences a much milder environment than its position suggests. It's one of the main reasons the UK has been able to sustain dense population centres for centuries without extreme seasonal swings like those in continental interiors. 9. You're never more than 70 miles from the sea. Another shocking geography fact about the UK is just how close everyone is to the sea. At its widest point, the island is only about 300 miles across. That means that no matter where you are, you're never more than around 70 miles from the coast. This has shaped British culture in countless ways. From Victorian seaside holidays to the enduring popularity of fish and chips, the closeness of the sea has always been part of life. In fact, it explains why maritime history is such a defining part of Britain's story. Unlike landlocked countries that stretch thousands of miles from the coast, the UK has always had salt water within easy reach, shaping trade, travel, and even food traditions. For modern visitors, this fact explains why you can tour multiple coastal towns in a single weekend, hopping from one seaside resort to another without long journeys inland. Geography keeps Britain deeply connected to the sea, more than many realise. 8. Cornwall has a tropical microclimate. When you picture Britain's climate, you probably imagine drizzle and cool summers. But in Cornwall, something remarkable happens. Thanks to the Gulf Stream, parts of the county experience a subtropical microclimate. In the Isles of Scilly and sheltered Cornish coves, you'll find palm trees swaying, exotic flowers blooming, and gardens that resemble the Mediterranean more than Northern Europe. The Eden Project, with its giant biomes, thrives partly because Cornwall offers some of the mildest year-round temperatures in the UK. Frost is rare, and sunshine hours are higher than many other British regions. This tropical feel is one reason Cornwall has become such a beloved holiday escape. It almost feels like stepping outside Britain without ever leaving its borders. This microclimate also affects agriculture. Farmers in Cornwall can grow crops that would struggle elsewhere in the UK, while gardens burst with plants normally seen in southern Europe. For geography lovers, Cornwall's climate proves just how dramatically local environments can shift within a relatively small island. 7. A town where the tide disappears for miles. Few natural sights are as shocking as Morecambe Bay in northwest England. Here, the tide doesn't just creep in and out, it vanishes for miles. At low tide, the sea retreats to reveal vast mudflats and sandbanks stretching out as far as the eye can see. When the tide rushes back in, it does so at remarkable speed, covering the flats in a matter of minutes. This extreme tidal range is one of the largest in Britain and has shaped the region's history. Fishermen, cockle pickers and locals have used the sands for centuries, but they also come with danger. Visitors must be extremely careful, as shifting channels and quicksand-like mud can trap the unwary. Morecambe Bay's unique geography has also created incredible wildlife habitats. Birds flock to the flats in huge numbers, feeding on the rich tidal ecosystem. For anyone exploring the UK, this tidal spectacle is one of the most dramatic natural events you'll ever see. 6. Scotland has the oldest mountains in Europe. The Scottish Highlands are not just rugged and beautiful, they are ancient. The Caledonian mountain range, which formed more than 400 million years ago, is older than the Alps, the Rockies, and even the Himalayas. These mountains once towered as high as today's Great Ranges, but over millions of years, erosion wore them down into the rounded, weathered peaks we see now. This shocking UK geography fact reminds us that Britain was once part of a supercontinent. The collision of land masses forced up mountain ranges that rivaled anything on Earth today. While time has softened their profile, the Highlands remain some of the most striking landscapes in Europe. For hikers and adventurers, these ancient peaks aren't just a challenge, they're a chance to walk on some of the oldest geological formations on the continent. Few places reveal Earth's history as powerfully as the Scottish Highlands. 5. A river that changes countries dozens of times. The River Tweed flows between Scotland and England, but it doesn't behave like a simple border. Instead, it snakes back and forth, crossing the boundary line multiple times. This has created centuries of debates and disputes about which nation certain sections of land belong to. The Tweed is also famous for its salmon fishing and for inspiring the name of tweed fabric, woven from wool produced in the region. But its quirky border hopping makes it stand out in the geography of Britain. Few rivers in the world weave between nations so many times in such a short distance. This meandering river shows how natural geography rarely matches neat political borders. Instead, Britain's frontiers often reflect centuries of compromise, with rivers like the Tweed creating fascinating, irregular lines on the map. 4. The UK has a desert. When you think of deserts, Britain probably isn't the first country that comes to mind. Yet, in Kent lies Dungeness, a landscape officially classified as a desert because of its extremely low rainfall and vast shingle terrain. Instead of rolling dunes, Dungeness is a pebble wilderness dotted with hardy plants, wildlife, and quirky fishermen's huts. What shocks visitors most is the atmosphere. Dungeness feels otherworldly. Its flat, open expanse stretches for miles, broken only by old boats, weathered houses, and the looming structure of a nuclear power station. For filmmakers and artists, it's become a favourite backdrop thanks to its stark beauty. Despite its desert status, Dungeness is rich in rare plants and insects, many of which can't be found anywhere else in Britain. It's proof that the UK's geography is far more diverse than the rolling green hills often shown in postcards. 3. A place where it rains almost every day. Wales has no shortage of rain, but Capel Curig in Snowdonia takes the crown. Recording more than 4,000 millimetres of rainfall each year, it is regularly ranked as the wettest place in Britain. To put that into perspective, London gets just over 600 millimetres annually. For locals, constant rain isn't just an inconvenience, it's part of daily life. Hikers exploring the Snowdonia Mountains quickly learn that waterproofs are essential no matter the season. Yet this rainfall is also what makes the Welsh landscape so breathtaking. Lush valleys, waterfalls and emerald hills all owe their beauty to the relentless rain. This fact reveals how Britain's weather is shaped by geography. Mountains like Snowdonia trap moist Atlantic air, forcing it to release rain in staggering amounts. The result? One of the wettest and greenest places in all of Europe. 2. A village with the longest place name in Europe. If you think British place names are quirky, Nothing tops the Welsh village of Llanfair Pŵl Gwyngyl Gogo a Quindrob Ul Llantis Iliogo Gogoch. With 58 characters, it holds the record for the longest place name in Europe and one of the longest in the world. The name, which roughly translates to St Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool, and the Church of St Tecilio by the Red Cave, was deliberately lengthened in the 19th century to attract tourists and attention. It worked. The village became world famous. Locals often shorten it to Llanfair PG, but the full name remains a source of pride and amusement. It's one of the most iconic examples of Britain's cultural and geographical quirks blending together in unforgettable ways. 1. Britain has a hidden border in the sea. Perhaps the most shocking UK geography fact of all lies beneath the waves. In the English Channel, invisible lines divide waters between Britain and France. These maritime borders determine fishing rights, shipping lanes, and legal jurisdictions, even though they can't be seen on the surface. This hidden geography has been a source of disputes and negotiations for centuries. It also reveals how borders are not just about land. They extend into the sea, shaping economies and livelihoods. For Britain, an island nation, these maritime boundaries are just as important as the frontiers on maps. It's a reminder that Britain's geography is constantly interacting with the wider world. The sea is not an empty expanse. It's a carefully divided space that plays a crucial role in the nation's story. From ancient mountains to desert landscapes and vanishing tides, these shocking UK geography facts prove Britain is full of surprises. Every corner of the island holds a hidden wonder, reminding us that this small nation is far stranger, richer, and more fascinating than it first appears. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell.